Hello, YouTube. How you guys doing today? It is me, zannderx. After a lovely 2 days of having fun and celebrating our Independence Day, and I finally woke up from, I guess you can call it a either hibernation or coma. I'm gonna go with coma. You can go with hibernation if you want to, but I know what it felt like. Anyways, now the one thing that I wanted to talk about is I had recorded a bunch of the party, and I will be chopping them together. I'm rendering the video right now. I'll be chopping those videos together, and I will be posting them on Monday. Posting the video on Monday. Me and Monkey's montage funny time video is going to be posted on Monday too, and I will be catching up with my Minecraft and all the other stuff, just trying to make sure everything's doing good and all that cool stuff. Now, when I woke up this morning and I do my little thing, like I go out and I go get my newspaper. Yes, I read the newspaper. Get over it. I love it and it's good. And I know it's mass media, but you know what? You can, if you get the right ones, you can be trusted. It's good. You can trust it a little bit more than the mainstream ones. But what you got to look for is obviously the ones that are still privately owned, the ones that aren't big. You can even get them mailed to your house. You can get any newspaper mailed to your house. You just got to get that, or your house, or your apartment, or your condo, or your street box right next to the post office. Homeless people can get newspapers if they want to. Now, the what I ended up finding through friends on the internet, through small little newscasts, the ones that, like I said, aren't backed by big corporations and other things, or yeah, well, basically paid off, as you can say. I don't want to say they're paid off. I'm not trying to say any news company, any newspaper in the world is paid off. I'm not saying that, but I guess you can say I'm being a little paranoid. Yeah, paranoid about doing that, but it's my choice to either do it or not do it. But I was reading the newspaper and it was in the back of the newspaper. Then I found it on the internet. It was like really hard to find on the internet. I even on the websites that I usually go to, where my friends are in college and they're running their own online, don't get paid 100% websites that report news that they hear from their friends around and stuff that people were there for or they were there for. Now, what I heard, and it's a lot of information. It's not that much information. What I heard that on the July 4th, there were a lot of riots, a lot of riots all over the country of America, celebrating our day of independence that we were given. We are our generation, my generation, my mom's generation, and all them. There's only the generation I grew up in. I have not had to fight for their freedom. Pretty much before me and probably after me, soon, very soon, probably, even when I say very soon, I mean probably like 28th and 20 to like 40, 50 years down the road soon. I know that doesn't seem very soon, but I'm trying to be justified to the time that I decide that I'm probably going to die or I do die. Deciding is a totally different thing. I'm joking. I'm not going to kill myself, guys. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. But there was riots, and I'm not. I know my friends, and I talked to them, and I'm pretty sure they're. I've talked to them, and I know them, and I've seen what they've reported, and they don't. They're not biased. They report it. They don't just hide it because it's a certain type of person, or they say it's a race thing, and they don't care. They post it and they write about it because they believe that everything should reported be no matter what it is. But there were a lot of riots, and supposedly, I'm not even sure because this part right here can actually be faked. I can pretty much go create anything and say whoever I want. I can go create a Twitter and say I'm Chris Rock. I can go create a Twitter say I'm Dane Cook and then say whatever I want. I'm not sure if this is actually, they're not even sure. This is how it was believed to have started because anyone that they picked up during these riots said that they saw the post from this individual and reacted to that. Um, as far as it was able to find out when they got questions and they went to the police officers and stuff like that, police officers saw the reports because they are press or talked to the witnesses once released, bailed out, or whatever. You bailed out, released, ran away, still alive, whatever. They gathered, and I'm not trying, just don't take this the wrong way, but they gathered that the post came from a celebrity, and it was from Chris Rock. Now, what it had said, hold on, let me pull it back up, but it supposedly had come from Chris Rock's Twitter, and I'm saying supposedly because I don't really know, and this is just information that I was able to gather from doing my own research and getting everything together that I could to make this video for you guys so I can tell you how I feel. Right now it's loading on my phone. But supposedly he'd said something like, oh, happy. Oh, it was happy. Oh, here we go. Um, this is exactly what supposedly the Chris Rock's his Twitter said. I'm not saying it is Chris Rock, or anything. I'm not saying that, but this is what it was supposed to. It's supposed to be Chris Rock's Twitter, and he said, "Happy White People's Independence Day." He tweeted, "The slaves weren't free, but I'm sure they enjoyed fireworks." Um, the slaves weren't free, but I bet you they enjoyed fireworks. Now, that was supposed to be what they have gathered through the police officers, through the people that were arrested during these riots, that this had happened because of this. They got angry because they saw this, and it was like, oh, and it made them pissed off, and they were probably drunk. I was drunk, and I bet you if I would have heard something crazy and it pissed me off, and I was drunk, I'd probably do something too. So I'm not saying I wouldn't be capable to I wouldn't. I'm better than the people that did this because trust me, if I've been drinking and someone pissed me off, I'd do something about it. I'd do it. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just human. I have my faults, just like everyone else does. No one's perfect. Okay. But after this is said, if it's true, if he actually said this, um, and I don't want to seem like it's a bad thing because this is all that I could find, and I just don't want this to like blow up in my face. But I know it's going to, no matter which side you look at it, it's gonna blow up in my face, and I'll have to deal with it. But as far as they could tell, and the only people arrested or I guess you can say ratted on and brought in, and it just wasn't just a bunch of white people reporting that a bunch of black people did something bad. No, it was supposedly in the news, and the information gathered that it was groups of young African Americans around the age 16 to 20 that had gotten it, started these riots and shooting fireworks at cops, shooting people, starting brawls out in the middle of the street. And this is not just in one area. It happened in LA, it happened in Texas, it happened in Florida, it happened in Georgia. It happened in a lot of areas, like across the United States. And I just don't get it. I thought, and I know it's a little naive, and a lot of people tell me that, but you know what? I feel better. I feel that being American, you should not care anymore. And I understand that the past is the past, but you know what? Well, it was this quote I ran into. The one who studies the past is doomed to see it happen. People who don't study the past deemed to relive the past, as in doing it themselves. And these these kids, and it was also the people reporting this weren't just all white people. There were Hispanic people reporting them doing this. There were white people, black people, Asians in certain areas were just reporting these to the cops. That these kids and some older adults were doing bad, just breaking the law, damaging property. One of the reports says that one cop was hospitalized and a couple years ago with the same thing. This same thing has been happening in this town, which I should look it up. Like it was in the bottom of the report. Like it was. Hold on, I already closed it out, and I'm not gonna have you guys wait. But this right here during the Fourth of July, there had been like constant riots, and it's basically, I guess you can say, became a tradition to happen. And a couple years ago, they had set a bomb off underneath a cop, and it was so bad it flipped the vehicle, and the cop had lost most of his hearing in his ear. Crap. He'd lost most of his hearing in his ear, and now he's, well, considered disabled, but he's not. He has everything. It's like it went off, flipped the car, and he went to the hospital because of that. And these people, and I'm not saying, like, obviously I don't believe in slavery, and I'm glad that we fought for it and we got rid of it. I'm glad of that. But the thing is, it happened so long ago, and the segregation when black people were finally freed, and they had segregated from water fountain, school, cafeteria, white people in the front, black people in the back. I get that segregation didn't end not too long ago. But I was thinking, being American, and what I see when I went in the military, that didn't exist. Like, yes, I'm not saying racism didn't exist. What I'm saying is that you got over it because there was nothing you could do about it. And I've seen people when I first got into the Marine Corps. I've seen people that were 100% racist, didn't want to talk to uh, anyone besides white people, and like totally mistreated everyone. But once it got into an area and they learned that they're just human too, and they got put in a situation where they learned they're human too, and they saved their life, that shit changed very quickly. And it makes me sad that America is still stuck in this area. It's like it's not there, but it is there because people keep bringing it back up. And yeah, I'm not saying don't study your past and learn from your mistakes. And yeah, that you have to do. But you don't have to try to use it like it's a card. Like, what was the term? Oh, pull the race card. Like it's a card. Like it's a way to get away with something. Oh, I started this riot because this guy was a bigot. That's not a reason. It's illegal to start a riot, and it's just as illegal for him to be racist to you. There's no difference between the two. But you don't hear about those kind of things. Like you'll hear about like going back to Trayvon Martin. You heard about that kid getting shot, and the other guy, he was half white, and the kid was black, and that happened. Boom, that was all over the news. I already have a video that talked about it, and you want to go back there, go check out that video. It's not too far back. Go check my videos out. It's there. And boom, that blew up. But just like I talked in that video, that same week, somewhere, I forget what state it was. It was Georgia, somewhere. A white couple, a girl and a male, a chick and a dude, a female and a man, or whatever you want to fucking say. They were um, brutally assaulted and killed by a group of African Americans. Now, the same thing not something similar of it happened where Mexicans did it, and then Mexicans did it to a group of white people. And I'm not. I know this is gonna make it seem like, oh, we're the victims too. It's a crime is a crime. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what you believe. If you commit a crime, it's a crime. Like if I was to commit a crime against anyone or against the law or anything around, I would be justified to the law. Not I'm not treated better because I'm white, hopefully, and I'm not going to be treated any different because I'm also Spanish. No, I hope that wouldn't happen. But it's hard to see that because all these people are doing stupid things and nothing is being reported, nothing's being capitalized, or media is not blowing it up either. But you know what? It happens, and I guess that's the new America we're in now. But the one thing I wanted to cover, this was Independence Day. Yes, we're celebrating our country's independence, our freedom from English rule. And you know what the funny thing is? I didn't earn it. I was given this freedom. I was born into this freedom. My mom was born into this freedom. Her dad and her mom, they were born into the freedom, but they were also born in the time where they had to fight for it too. They had to fight for it. My grandma obviously didn't do it, and I'm not sure if my grandpa did it, but it was during a time where they lived here, where they fought for their freedom through World War II, World War One, Vietnam. Well, Vietnam, I don't want to go. Sorry, World War One, World War Two, where our freedom was being trying to taken away, and Hitler was trying to take over the world and give his the German Nazi greatnism to the rest of the world. And that's a whole new subject. If you have no idea, don't just be like, hey, oh, Germans are Nazis. No, not all Germans are Nazis. There was Nazis and then there was Germans. Not all Germans are Nazis, and not all Nazis were German. Just saying. Oh, they all were German, but you get what I'm saying. Not the same thing. Just because they're Nazi didn't mean that some German person was. No, you get what I'm saying. Don't be dickheads. And don't be all getting all freaked out on me over here. But they fought for it. I was given my freedom, and I served in my time during a time of war when our freedom was being challenged again. So any of you guys that decide to talk bad about racism here, or try to like use racism to get away with anything, or use racism to make it seem like, oh, your life's horrible. No, your life's horrible because you made it horrible. Your life is the way it is because you did it. No, not some white guys. Not no, he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't in your situation. But even if someone said no and they were white, Spanish, Asian, whatever, does not mean you can't get it. You have to earn it. You have to work for it. I've worked for things, and look at me. I guess some people would be like, "Oh, you're white." You really say, "No, I've worked for most of my things in my life. Everything I have, I've worked for. I'm going to school. I'm getting my education." And stop pulling the race card, because if you pull a race card, even if I pull it because I think it's funny. Because it'd be like, "Oh, you're saying it because I'm black and you're racist. Oh, you're saying it because I'm white. How about that?" I pull the race card. "Oh, you're just talking to me like this because I'm white." Get over it. I don't look at people that way. I don't talk to people that way. There are humans in the world. I don't see color. I have plenty of black friends, plenty of Spanish friends, Asian friends, white friends, Mexican friends. I have, sad to say, well, I'm not sad to say because they're still friends and they're great people. But I have friends that are racist. I do, real bad, and they're not just white. I have friends that are racist that are Spanish. I have friends that are racist that are black. But for some reason, they like me because I don't know. My black friends that are like 100% racist against white people, they talk to me and hang out with me. I don't know why. If they're obviously they're, the easiest way to say it is they're not really. But I've heard what they said, and I've seen sometimes what they've done, and I've stopped it when they even started, and I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. But you know what? I guess that would be people in the world, and I'm gonna say people because it's everyone. I've done stupid things. They've done stupid things. Other people have done stupid things. Um, yeah. If you want to know, if you want to talk to me about what I just talked about, leave a comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I kind of enjoyed making it for you. I just is more like a this is what I think thing, and yeah, I'm that kind of person. Well, if you like the video, comment on the video, share this video, and if you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe because some more videos like this to come with a lot of craziness. Just check up there, right up there at the top, right at the top where it has all the videos that you can go and scroll and scroll. I don't know if you guys scroll like that. I scroll with a mouse because I'm poor. But well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.